To the non-people of color that lost their accounts at millions of followers, who have been scrambling to other platforms, letting us know that they're no longer able to feed their families, that they have bills, that they rely on the creator program, and how censorship has really affected their everyday lives because they post political content, conspiracy content, or simply things that don't align with this administration and the new owner of this app. I want you to know that as a person of color, this has been happening to Black creators for a year and a half now. And when I spoke up about it, nobody listened. So I want to educate you on when this began, why this happened, how it started, and exactly what to expect next. Because for some reason, until it happens to non-people of color, it's not real. And we're finding out that people like myself have been screaming from the rooftops about censorship via our government. And I want you to know, y'all allowed this to happen years ago. I hate to say I told you so, as I often do, but on July 2nd, 2024, I created this video titled "Creators Are Being Censored," and telling you guys of a decision that happened at the Supreme Court that allowed this administration and the past administration to crack down with federal enforcement on TikTok. What prompted that video is that there was a decision in the Supreme Court called Murthy versus Missouri, where a group of content creators went up against the Supreme Court alleging that there were federal agents and there were organizations being pressured to censor creators and censor information on this app and others. As always, you can fact check me. You clearly see the .gov at the bottom, but this was what started it all. There was Murthy, the Surgeon General, versus Missouri, where a group of these content creators went to the Supreme Court with proof that they had been deleted and censored on multiple apps, including their own .com that was removed right before the election. Long story short, these content creators were alleging that there were literal agents on apps and they were pressuring the owners of Facebook, TikTok, Instagram to suppress political content as well as content that went against the election or anything that could sway voters, right? And also censoring conspiracy for misinformation and anything about Biden, Kamala, Trump, all of that. And basically the Supreme Court said it was out of their jurisdiction and sided with the federal government and allowed them to basically put their little agents all over these apps and suppress content that they want to. And exactly 4 hours after that decision was made in favor of our federal government, my account was taken at 732,000 followers. That was before the divestment of TikTok. That was before there were multiple owners, and that was before the new owner had it. So I want to play the clip of what the new owner said he was doing in 2024, which further proves exactly what I'm saying to you and how I talked about the censorship of creators and the mass exodus of Black creators on this app before y'all were listening.
Over the course of 2024, we tripled the amount of accounts that we were banning for hateful activity. We also have, I think, over 24 Jewish organizations that are constantly feeding us intelligence and information when they spot violative trends. There is no...
So if they have been doing this since 2024, before they owned the platform, because that is the new owner, that means everything that I was alleging was 100% correct. And I went to multiple creators, white creators to be exact, and explained to you guys that you would be next and that the censorship of this platform has caused multiple people, but heavily amount of Black creators to lose their entire accounts, and none of you cared. So now that we are seeing what censorship really means and feels like on this app, I kind of find it funny that no one ever listens until it happens to someone who is a non-person of color. Regardless, if you're okay with what they are doing to our communications, if you are okay that every time we have something outside of our government, they make it theirs and they censor it, then you are part of the problem. Because in no way, shape, or form, since 2024, before the election, they are letting you know they have been controlling your For You page, and as of Sunday they have full ownership. So imagine what you can't say now. That's it. I have nothing else to say.